I fear the criminal Gwyneth remains at large, Lady Celine. But you can be sure I will find her. Good day.
Captain Sansone is very determined.
Did you hear that someone purged
over
the
here, my
corruption
dear.
from the weird tree?
Gwen's going to lead the law to our doorstep if she's not careful. Well, let's get to work. We came here to get that key, assuming it has some connection to the Codex. But I think we should retrieve those debt bond contracts first. I leave that to you. My father and I will provide a distraction. Here, lockpicks for the safe boxes. To hold someone's debt puts you in a powerful position. Iveri's contract could blackmail or ruin a lot of people. I don't want the Coldane cartel to claim them. While you get the contracts, I'll see about getting us into the vault. I know of a hidden access in a disused passage below. Which reminds me, you need to avoid violence. Use the Somnol powder I gave you if you run into trouble. Retrieve the contracts, then meet me downstairs. Now, be ready to make your move. Oh, Eliza! First that horrible tragedy at Iveri Estate, and now a criminal at large?
It's terrible. I'm glad Captain Sansone is looking into it personally.
Indeed. I have the utmost confidence in the Lion Guard.
The captain is... Oh,
Oh no. Father!
This is my favorite part. Let's get you some fresh air.
Stop! What a catch! I'll certainly have a story to tell tomorrow at muster. Now, of course, anything for you.
You brought the right Khajiit for the job. Your magicka is low. Be careful.
There you are. Let me open this locking mechanism. Almost got it. Ah! There's a spring I need to hold open. There. Get the key, and only the key, please. Sorry, I had to let the door close behind you. Look around.
A chance to sneak around? You're spoiling me.
Did I forget to mention that secret exit? A rather curious-looking key. What door? Dear gods, you're... Ah, yes, you're joking. You had me there for a moment. Thieves do better when they leave behind mysteries instead of corpses. Always leave the authorities wondering how the crime was done. Anyway, what's your next task? Good. I see why Quen was eager to involve you in her attempts to turn 3 troubled gangs into a guild. I imagine she's waiting for your report back in the Thieves' Den. I'd better keep this key safe for now. My father will take great pleasure in destroying those debt bond contracts, but this key is clearly worth keeping. I'm still unsure about working with the other gangs, but let's return to the Thieves' Den and see how Quen is faring with the Codex. Have you met Abrasia? That woman is the very embodiment of contrariness. Yet, I understand she came from circumstances very different from my own. She has made something of herself, in her own way. I just think she could be more. Abrasia has the wits and ambition to succeed in anything she chooses to do. And Dwayne, too. They don't have to settle for being street thieves and robbers. My father obviously approves of this notion of forming a thieves' guild, but I'm not convinced. As an idea, nothing. As a reality, is the threat of the cartel enough to truly bind our 3 rival gangs together? And what do Quen and her superiors in Abaz Landing get out of all this? Until my suspicions are allayed, I remain skeptical. I should think the answer is obvious. I followed my father into the family business. There was a time when House Menant was on the verge of ruin. My grandfather gambled away his inheritance. My father had to find a way to get it back. While we are no longer impoverished, I have learned that with my particular skill set, I can do some good in this world. Return lost valuables to their proper owners. Rescue items of beauty from those who would hoard and hide them away. Not always. Sometimes I pilfer a jewel that catches my eye. But I spend as much time finding lost treasures no one owns as I do stealing jewels from lords and merchants. And I steal from no one who doesn't deserve to part with a little wealth.
You there! If the hand offends us, I say cut it off.
That person
is
just
not
tried
an
to kill
option.
someone!
Ain't getting caught.
We did it!
Whoa!
I don't buy stone.
Coldane cartel is a problem. We need to hit them first.
I'm not going to get Streethawks killed because you want to fight.
We're a step ahead of Coldane. Why engage when we can just let him chase us?
And hope the cartel goes away? That's as useless as fighting.
Quarreling is getting us nowhere. Ah, our friend's back. I need a word, partner. Despite the argument you just witnessed, the gang leaders were impressed with your work out there. So far, you show all the signs of being an exemplary thief. We're lucky to have you. Now, I want your perspective. How did things go today? Celine was very proud of what happened at the bank. I have an idea about that key, but what you and Abrasia uncovered at Ilisan Tower, we need to talk to that Lion Guard prisoner. What about the research from the Mages Guild? It will take some time for me to go over the notes with Basil. He's the closest thing we have to an expert on Librarian Hennard and Sage Vornet. Hopefully, though, what we need is in that research. Basil says that everything he's ever heard or read about the Nowhere Vault is that it requires special keys to open. Nowhere keys. I think this may be one of them. Hopefully, the Codex can tell us more. Now, one more thing, but we can't talk here. Let's step outside for a moment so we can speak privately, partner. The next chamber should do. We'll continue this one. There you are. Now that we have some privacy, let's talk. We made progress with the puzzles we set out to solve, and that's good. But I also wanted you to meet Celine, Abrasia, and Edwayne. To work with them and get a sense of who they are. So let's not overlook the most important task you accomplished today. You engaged all 3 gang leaders to work toward a common goal. And better yet, you won their trust with your skill and discretion. Thanks to you, we're finally on the path to forging the Daggerfall Thieves Guild. Here, your cut from today's take. You did everything I asked and more, but I'm still worried. The Coldane cartel is not only seeking to take control of the Glenumbra underworld, they're after our prize. Now that our gang leaders are engaged, it's time to formulate a new plan. It's clear we need more information about Librarian Hennard and his research into the Codex. I also think we should speak with his cartel prisoner, Cogwyn. So let's see what Celine, Abrasia, and Edwayne suggest. Call it a test. We won't be here to aid them forever. Time to see if our leaders can put aside their rivalries and start acting like a guild. If we can show Glenumbra's thieves what they can accomplish when they work together, the sky's the limit. Can you help me? The 3 gang leaders are in the map room, arguing again. Join the discussion and see if you can get them to agree on whether we should pursue the Librarian or the captured cartel thug next. And take Librarian Hennard's research. You may need it. Beyond what you saw? For one thing, the Codex Vornet must have been in Hennard's collection for quite some time. He studied it extensively, so obviously he didn't have trouble reading it. I wonder if he's the one who encrypted the book. Hennard's notes touch on the Nowhere Vaults in several places. I came across references to wondrous relics, mystical artifacts, and lore lost to the ages. Nothing I recognized, but then again, Vornet lived a very long time ago. You're missing the point. It doesn't matter what I think. We need to see if the 3 gang leaders can figure out a strategy on their own. Stop arguing long enough to actually agree on something, perhaps. If they can't, there won't be a guild. Me? No. This is going to be a Thieves Guild for Daggerfall. It needs one of them to step up and lead it. Let's help them learn to get along first, and maybe keep them from getting crushed by the Coldane cartel. Then, we figure out the rest.
someone knows more about the Nowhere Key, we can make inquiries.
And announce to the world that we have it?
So, use the key to draw out Coldane. He's the real problem.
Listen, it's the librarian that's important. Oh, curse it all. Friend, a word? The gang leaders, my daughter included, refuse to see the obvious, and it's infuriating. Librarian Hennard was the foremost scholar of his day on Sage 4net. Anyone chasing the Nowhere Vault as long as I have knows that. Oh, a couple of 100 years ago, give or take. But that single journal from the Mages Guild is only a fraction of Hennard's work. I think there's more to be found in his old home, Dresan Keep. You've been in the ruins? But what about the hidden library beneath them? I've seen mention of it in ancient papers. If Hennard concealed anything about Sage 4net, it would be there. No one listens to me.
We're arguing in circles. Let's put... We have a key, but no idea where to find its lock, a codex we can't read, enemies who want us out of the way, and a distinct shortage of real plans on what to do next. If you have a suggestion, partner, we'd all love to hear it. A hidden library? It could contain more of Librarian Hennard's research into Sage 4net. I'd like to know what else he recorded about the Nowhere Vault, or the Codex 4net. Of course, we'll have to overcome one major obstacle. Finding something that's been hidden in a ruined keep since who knows when won't be simple. I think I'll tag along, and Abrasia too, if she's willing. That leaves the question of the cartel prisoner at Lion Guard Redoubt. Good. Edwayne and Celine can assist you there, but you should take the lead in questioning the cartel prisoner. This Cogwyn might be more willing to talk if he's approached by someone he doesn't know. Celine, Edwayne, Abrasia, what do you say?
A sound plan. Happy to do my part.
I generally try to avoid prisons, but I suppose I can make an exception.
All right. If you both agree, I do too.
And I can speak with some contacts of mine about Nowhere Keys while the rest of you are busy.
I know my father put the idea of Dresan Keep in your head. I've heard him mention Hennard's writings on the legend of Sage 4net on more than one occasion. I rather wish I were going to the Keep with you, my dear. I don't? Thank you. But I do love a good puzzle, and the mystery of a secret library is exactly the sort of treasure hunting puzzle I delight in. Still, Edwayne will need me. Dealing with the Lion Guard will require deception. To help you? Certainly. We might not have much in common, but the Coldane cartel threatens House Menant as well as Edwayne's Street Hawks. The very point of forming a guild is for thieves to combine forces and work together to solve shared problems.
Very clever, friend. I'm not sure if that was your plan, Gwen's plan, or Basil's plan, but you laid it out well. Having us work together on different tasks gives us less opportunity to snipe at each other. Plus, I'll get to demonstrate my skills. Of course. Oh, Abrasia's tough and Celine's smart, but I grew up on the streets of Daggerfall. I've been thieving since the day I was born. No one beats me to a prize, and I'm not about to let the other gang leaders outdo me now. I have some doubts. If Cogwin's stupid, he won't know anything useful. If he's smart, he won't want to betray Gavin Coldane. And there's the question of how we get to him while he's in a Lion Guard cell. Hope you're up for a challenge.
Finally. We might be wasting our time at Dresan Keep, but it's better than standing around talking until the sun goes down. At least this plan of yours means I'm not shackled to Edwayne or Celine. I do better on my own anyway. Have you seen the other gang leaders? They don't know what it's like to be hunted, hurt, alone. I learned from the hardest teacher of all, desperation. And I survived. I'll root around empty ruins all day long just to avoid this incessant arguing. People have been looking for the Nowhere Vault for ages. If Henard knew anything, why didn't he go loot it? We find something, great. It's a feather in our caps. But I put my trust in a good steel blade, not dusty old books. We're not going to find something in Dresan Keep standing. here, outlaw. I've been hard at work while you dawdled on the road.
I certainly didn't dawdle. Did you find anything?
Just a lot of ruins and cultists so far.